Get it out of your mouth. Why are you doing this? Why do you find the need to bite and eat random stuff? Jeez. Go on. Come on, go pee. He's really an anxious dog. I'm not really sure why. He just doesn't want to go. He wanted to go pee, but he just can't. I don't really know. Anyway, while I'm in a good setting to vlog, being really cold and while it's raining and being a little shaky because it's fucking cold, I decided that I would title this video something like advice to my younger self or something, because a lot of people validate my advice and opinions, which I appreciate. So nonetheless, when I was younger and I was in high school and stuff, it was always kind of like fitness or a diploma. Because for me, I was so shit at school, and I would never do basically any of my homework. I had a lot of F's. I did pass, like I passed English with like an A every time because I was just good at English. But also, my English teacher didn't give homework. That was a pretty big role in that, because that was basically the biggest part why I failed, because I never did my homework. And for me, it was always just a constant state of just being worried and being really uncomfortable with what my life setting was currently foretaken, like it just basically being really uncomfortable with how my life was, because I didn't really have a plan for my future, except for I knew that I had one thing that I really loved, which was fitness. I knew kind of how to pursue that in a sense, but I obviously hadn't completed any of the things that could be considered making it. Before Gymshark and before, you know, my YouTube channel, I mean, what was I? I was just some kid with like 10,000 subscribers and like 10,000 to 20,000 followers on Instagram. You know, that's not shit. I mean, yeah, I was in high school, and yeah, it's pretty cool to have, but if I'm not getting paid anything and I'm not having any collaborations or anything, I mean, there's not really much there. It was just hope. And for me, hope was the biggest thing. Hope was always that one thing that I always went back to, along with my determination and my, I guess, underlying confidence that I had about what I was doing. Because my family always told me, you know, we want you to finish high school, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. I mean, so did my friends, which is totally understandable from their standpoint. But for me, I think by sophomore year, I knew that I wasn't going to graduate. Like, you know how you say, oh, I'm going to do something, but in your head you kind of just tell yourself, you're like, I'm not going to do that, even though I'm saying I am. That was kind of how I was. I would just say I'm going to do it, but I honestly knew that I wasn't going to do it. So, and a lot of people say, you know, oh, Lexx fucking dropout, oh, fucking didn't get his high school diploma, da-da-da, etc. But at the end of the day, like, I obviously know that with time to come, I'm going to be even more successful than I am now. And right now, I'd honestly say, without any information given, I'm in a really good position. So, I also have this thing that everyone says I need to do, because it's just an obligated thing to do. If you're a teenager, you just want to get your high school diploma. Even if you don't feel like getting it, you should just get it out of the way, everyone says. And I just knew by my work ethic in school versus my work ethic in actual things that I really enjoyed, there was obviously a day and night difference there between my capability in something that I don't really want to do and my capability in something that I want to do. And when I want to do something, I will put everything that I possibly can into it. So, you know, basically, if I were to give any advice to my younger self, it would be, stop thinking about your future and start thinking about the present. Because there were so many times that I'd be in bed at like 4 a.m. on a fucking school night, and I'd just be sitting there telling myself, like, what am I gonna do? Like, is fitness gonna work? What am I gonna do with my life if what I'm trying to do doesn't work? What if I don't make it? What if I'm a high school dropout that's just some fucking nobody and I'll end up living with my grandma until I'm 30 or something? You know, it was always thoughts like that. If I were to sit here and have myself sit across the table, I would probably say, Lexx, you have so much confidence in what you do, and you know you have the genetics, and you know you have the personality, and you know how you have the potential to do what you want to do, and all the things that you need to be good at to do what you want to do are there, and you're good at them. With that being said, along with your determination and your willingness to go to extreme heights to do what you need to do and the things that you want to do, there should be no doubt in your mind that you can do it. Because if you relentlessly want something, like I am seeing that you do, there's really no reason for you to sit there and think about the future and what ifs. Because a lot of people would tell you you need a plan B if this doesn't work. But if you put your whole fucking heart into plan A, the plan A is what is your future. So you just basically, the moral of that is just you need to trust yourself. Because the moment that you trust yourself and you let go of all of others' judgment and you just trust yourself is the moment that you basically become successful, in my opinion. I would also obviously tell myself, in terms of lifting, I would tell them, learn how to squat, bench, and deadlift properly, because I had a few injuries. I would also say, whoever judges you, just let go of their opinions, because there was some times where people would say things about me in high school, and I would say I don't really care, but deep down, it would I would just think about it over the night and stuff, and I guess what I'm just trying to say is to everybody is you just need to trust yourself in what you want to do, and you need to just follow your heart and less of your brain, because honestly, most of the time, your brain's going to be the one overthinking when your heart is going to be the one actually trying to guide you in the right direction. Or everyone at the Gymshark events and stuff that I met, how did you get so big? How did you make your social media where it's at today? And I would tell them, the biggest part of social media growth is being yourself and displaying who you are in the way that you are. If you want to post 100 fucking underwear pictures in a row, that's not really the best thing to do. But, if you actually go on YouTube, which is a site where you can display your personality and who you are, that's something that's very special in a sense, because people aren't going to know you for your 100 underwear pictures and nothing else. They're going to know you for your personality and who you are. And when you go on other social media outlets like Instagram or Facebook or whatever, maybe I don't really use Facebook, but people are going to be more likely to engage with your content because you're showing who you are on YouTube. And if you're scared to start any social media because people have opinions on you, you just need to let all that shit go, because if you know that this is somewhat of a goal that you have, when you hit 10,000 followers one day, the people that were talking shit are going to be like, damn, this dude has 10,000 fucking followers. He doesn't even have numbers in his fucking following anymore. It's just a K by the 10. People are going to start realizing that what you're doing is obviously working, and then over time you're going to get even bigger, and then basically all the opinions that people once had on you that you could even remember in the slightest are going to be washed away, because you know that you fucking did what they said you couldn't do. And just trusting yourself is just so important, and displaying yourself on social media for who you are is, I'll be the first one to admit it, back in the day, really long ago, it's been not like this for a year or maybe a year and a half, but when I first started my YouTube channel, I really looked up to David, and he was just a really big inspiration to me, and he was such a big inspiration to me that I would unconsciously kind of have some of the same mannerisms as him, and I would kind of be in denial, oh, I don't do this like David, but I was, and it was unconsciously, because he was such an inspiration to me, and because I wasn't really displaying who I was and my true mannerisms, how I actually am on the camera, people will see through that. They'll be like, why do you talk like him? Why do you do the same this as him? Oh, you did this. There's some things that are obviously stupid. I remember I posted a fucking video in a parking lot flexing under the light, and oh, David did this, and I was like, I wasn't even really thinking about him when I did that. But obviously there was other things that back in the day I'm sure people noticed, which I obviously saw in the comments, and because I wasn't really displaying myself, there were so many people that were comparing me to him. And at first I liked it. I liked being compared physically to David, like my physique attributes, because obviously he's really good looking, like other fitness influencers as well, but he's obviously really good looking, and when you get compared to somebody that's really good looking and their fucking physique, you're just like, oh, that's good, because he's fucking big, whatever, like, that's cool. But when it comes to a point where you're getting attacked and people are shit talking, comparing you, then you start to get irritated. And I stopped it's funny, like when I stopped kind of taking so much inspiration from somebody else that I wasn't being myself anymore, when I started just being Lexx and I started just being me, that's when like the all of that stuff stopped completely. Like I haven't seen any comparisons in so long, and that's when all that stopped completely. And there was so many people that were telling me they enjoyed my videos so much more because I kind of came out of my shell. And it's just what I'm just trying to get at is like it's so important to be yourself on camera because everyone's going to see through it if you're being an artificial person. Everyone will. If you're not going to be Lexx Little, like I'm obviously third person talking to myself. Like if you're not going to be Lexx Little, who are you going to be? You're just going to be somebody else. You're going to be doing somebody else's work that's just not as good because you're simply not that person. And, I kind of had that problem for a while, but I got past that, and displaying yourself in the manner that you are is the most important thing because it'll really show how many people actually fuck with you and not the fucking act you're putting on. So, for social media, you always want to be yourself. You never want to be like anybody else. You want to think of your own original ideas, and another thing is, just switching up your content is really important too. You don't want to post the same type of picture every single day in the same exact mirror in the same exact location. You don't really want to do that and stuff, So that's really important as well. Always be yourself, guys. Just don't be anybody else. And if you want to make it on social media, you have to post a lot. You have to be yourself. You have to do unique things that display you and your character. Play the music that you want to play. It doesn't matter how it sounds or what it is. If you like it, then fucking do it if you think it goes good with what you're doing. Yeah, because, on camera, I just try to, at this point, I represent who I am. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Like, every time that I get on the fucking camera, I act like I'm talking to one of my friends, and that's how it should be. It should be like you're talking to your closest friend because you want your audience to feel like you're with you. But, yeah, so that was kind of social media / giving my younger self advice, just be yourself. Don't worry about your future so much. Worry about the present. Live in the moment because, if you spend too much time thinking about the future instead of living in the fucking moment, you're gonna eventually build what was supposed to be your future up, but because you spent so much time thinking about the future and what it was gonna be, it's gonna collapse on you. I mean, if I sat there and I thought about the future every single day of my life and how it was going to be, all that's going to cause is basically being anxious, and it's going to show a lack in trust in yourself, which is obviously really bad. So that moment that you really breathe in your fucking air and you sit there and you realize, I know what I want and I have the things that are necessary to achieve what I want, and you let go of all of that negative thinking. Sure, you're going to have obviously some increments that are really small when you do think about the future, as everyone would. But if you let go of the majority of the time thinking about the future, you're going to start focusing on you now, which is the most important version of yourself. There will never be a more important version of yourself than the one that there is right now in this second. There's not a more important version of yourself in the future or the past, because the person that you are now will determine what your future is. So if you sit there and you're always anxious about it, it's not going to get you anywhere. You just need to trust yourself, and you need to know that if I am working so fucking hard to get something, there's literally no fucking reason that I shouldn't be able to do it and I shouldn't be able to achieve it. Like, it's just as simple as fucking that. I mean, I went from a kid in high school who was always worrying about if he was going to be fucking working at McDonald's and being a fucking bum, to having 43,000 subscribers on YouTube, 140,000 followers on Instagram, so... and being on Gymshark, being flown around the world and shit. And obviously, this is only the beginning, this is literally just only the fucking beginning of what I'm doing. And, at the end of the day, guys, I just hope that what I tell you and what I'm saying on this camera right now will translate into something for you, because I know it's so hard to take advice sometimes, but I know if the advice comes from the right person, it'll actually mean something. So, guys, just know that I fucking love you, and that, you know, if you guys ever need me, you can email me and shit. But, you know, I just don't want so many people being so anxious about the future if they know they have the requirements of building their future. Guys, if you ever want to do anything that's risque and you wouldn't want to be judged, you're kind of scared of what people think, fuck that shit. Fuck all that, bro. Because at the end of the fucking day, do you think when you're 40 years old, you're going to give a fucking shit what any of your fucking high school classmates or your fucking family thought of you? No. If you don't do it, you're going to be 40 years old and you're going to think, damn, I really wish I wouldn't have given a fuck about what people were saying to me because I'd probably be in a better position than I am right now. Fuck everybody's opinions on you. Do what you love doing and what you want to do. Trust yourself. Be yourself. Be confident because you deserve to be confident in the thing that you love doing. And yeah, so I just kind of thought I'd go in here and talk. I'm done now. Probably going to maybe go edit or lay down or something. And I'll continue the vlog in a few. I'll see you later. It's 8:44 and I just got done vlogging that segment. And I said I'll continue later, but in reality, I realized that I wanted to make some eggs, and I also wanted to make a protein shake and probably eat a banana or a yogurt. So I'm going to do that so I can actually get a good kickstart to my day. And yeah, cue the egg making montage. Alright, so we got some eggs, scrambled eggs with pepper and salt. I'm gonna eat a banana. Motherfucker. Got a banana. And now, I'm gonna grab a yogurt. An Oiko's yogurt, actually. If you guys don't eat Oiko's yogurt, you're tripping. I'm not sure how many calories these are. I'll put it on the screen, but 15 grams of protein, X amount of calories. And they're really good. So I'm gonna eat this, an egg, a banana, and I freaked it. Alright, so just eat that yogurt and stuff and all the banana, egg, whatever. Now, I think, I'm not gonna protein shake right now. I will have protein shake in like an hour or two, but right now, I'm probably gonna go in my room, edit a little bit, maybe take like a 2-hour nap or 3, wake up, then we'll see, and we'll carry on from there. That tight ass shirt. This shirt is perfectly sized for me.
Perfectly sized.
Alright? You mean for a fucking 5-year-old?
Looks like Lexx in that one. What was that shirt?
Dylan just pulled 405. You missed it.
Fuck.
PR.
Congrats.
Thanks. Fuck you.
Just a mistake, what do you come back to me? Every step that you take echoes through. Don't let me go. Don't let
Play music. Never mind, I have my phone.
It's not really playing some music, please.
Alright, go, Joe.
Go ahead. Come on, dude!
Come on, do your set, bro. Come on.
Go.
Alright, go. You good? I don't know. I got. Oh, sorry. Alright, that song is on.
Don't let me
right now. I'm just doing deadlifts and shit. So I'm doing, today I have a 3 sets of 10. I have a top set of 10, which obviously I already did 440 pounds. Sean said to do like 440, because last time I did my top set, I did 425. So I did 440 today, a little progressive overload, feeling good. And that was at 7.5, so RPE 7.5. Then after that, so I did 1 set of 10, 7.5, then I subtract 5% of 440. So that's 35 pounds, around like 33 pounds, 35 pounds. So that's 405. So that's why, so my next 2 sets of 10, I'm doing 405 right now. Job set the bar and shit. So I'm just doing that right now. Just doing the deadlifts and shit. I'm using straps, which yes, I always used to say people are pussies who use straps, but for some reason, that's not true if you do more than like 7 or 6 reps. But nonetheless, Dylan's gym, like his bars just shred my hands. I've torn my callus twice here in the past quarantine that I've been here, which is crazy because I never really tear my calluses. I've only had a handful of times I've done it, and I did it twice here. So I've been using straps for my like more than 7 reps. So I'm doing 10 reps today. This is my second set. After this, I'm gonna do some conventional deadlifts and like 275 because I'm not really too good at conventional yet. I'm just gonna try my best to try to learn how to basically take advantage of the movement and how to do it more properly, better, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna do my last set of 10, 405 real quick. Then I'm gonna do some conventional deadlifts, like 2 sets of 10 or something, kind of light, and then I'll keep you guys posted and stuff on what I'm doing. And
The only reason you're using straps is because you're a pussy, not because it shreds your hands.
just point. Somebody threw up. Grocery shopping with Aaron Maloney. Got a little butt crack action.
Maybe you won't. Which one do you?
Strawberry banana. Get 2 of them. Like, no, each. Yeah. You know why? Because Big Papa Lexx is paying for this. What was that? Dude, what if I just fucking bashed your head into this repeatedly?
I feel like getting a migraine. I don't know. Alright.
Whoa.
What is that too expensive?
Going over the budget. I don't have that much money. I'm just kidding. Get as many as you want.
It's just like.
Just grab the entire fucking thing. Says, can you help me?
Oh, this is so heavy.
I say I can help you, and then you say no, I'm the man, and walk away. When the camera comes on. Gold digger, dude. Has my wallet in her hands. She took it, and she took it. She literally just. Give me my wallet back, thief. Give me it back. You think you're funny? Hello? Yo! Hey! Hey! Yo!